In today's video, I take an old tree stump and carve a tree out of it. My 12-year-old son has been eyeballing these tree stumps in the back of our yard for the last year and a half, and I promised him we would carve something out of it. So for this project, I took complete artistic direction from my son on what he wanted this tree stump to look like, and he had some really great ideas. I can't stress this enough. Put tools in the hands of your children and supervise them. Get them comfortable with making stuff. I can't tell you how much it'll help them out when they're an adult. Every chance I got that I could actually get my son to help out with the project using tools, I gave it to him. But for the heavy stuff, of course, I took direction and used the chainsaw and the grinder. So the Amazon reviews did warn about Kickback on this power grinder. Bought a handle, still didn't help. Had 2 grips on it, got Kickback and a little bit of blood, but that's right. So picked up some good sized leather gloves, highly recommend, and yes, Kickback is real. I can't stress this enough. Don't underestimate the destructive power of an angle grinder with a power carving blade on it. I learned some valuable lessons in this project. Namely, you need to definitely wear PPE, personal protective equipment, face shields, mask. Definitely get those huge wrist length leather gloves. Another thing you need to keep in mind is know the direction and angle that disc is spinning, and always try to carve with just the first top portion of it from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, for example. My mistake was I rotated it around on the underside. I wasn't prepared, and it grabbed and kicked the hand tool back into me. Another tip is listen to your body. If you start to feel fatigued in your hands, if you're doing power grinding, put the tool down and take a break. Once your hands and your arms start to get fatigued, it's easy to make a simple mistake and slip up, and you won't be able to hold a kickback, for example. Another tip when you're doing carvings like this, make sure you secure your working piece to the table. And the last tip I have is if you're going to use an angle grinder, get one where the trigger is pressure sensitive. So when I first was angle grinding and you saw that accident, I was using an angle grinder that had an on-off button. So no matter what happened, if there was kickback and that grinder was digging into my jeans and my shirt, I'd have to somehow get a hold of the tool and get to the button and turn it off. That could have been really bad. So I switched to another angle grinder that had a pressure sensitive handle switch. The moment I dropped the tool, the blade stopped spinning. So Connor had a great idea to take the shavings from all the power carvings and then a little bit of whittling and use that to simulate the leaves of the tree that we're trying to carve out here. And yes, I understand this final form that this project took doesn't necessarily look like a true oak tree, more of an idea of a tree, but I think it came out pretty well. Some of you may look at it and look like it's a mushroom, or maybe the helmet from an old Star Trek movie. I'm not sure, but I like the way it came out. So wait till the end, you'll see how much we improved it. This next and last step, I'm using a grass application tool that uses electricity to stand up some grass shavings that are synthetic, and I'm spraying it with water to help with that electrical conduit to get the grass to stand up a little bit more. One of my favorite YouTube channels is BM Sculptures. This guy makes some amazing wood power carving. I have a whole new respect for that guy and what he does after doing this project. It definitely humbled me. You get tired a lot and you start to fear some of those really sharp tools, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you become.